Welcome to Stayf Draws. I'm Stayf van der Groot, a Dutch illustrator and animator, but you can call me Stayf. In this tutorial we're going to learn how to draw this cute little lion, which is called Cubby the Lion. I designed this character for another YouTube channel I have, which is called Like So. And if you click here on this video, or I'll leave a link in the description box down below, then you go straight to the video which will feature Cubby the Lion. The only thing you need for this lesson is a piece of paper and a pencil. Let's start drawing. Cubby the Lion is a character I used for the animation channel called Like So. Before I started out with animating, I had to design Cubby the Lion, and here I show you some of the preliminary sketches. And Cubby the Lion went through different stages because I needed a lion cub, but I wanted to be different, so I played around with the shapes, and because it's a cub, his head is as big as his body, and this is what makes him so cute. I also designed him for a t-shirt, and I'll show you that design right here. And we're going to draw Cubby the Lion in a different pose than this one. So you first start out with the action line, and I want him to walk. So step one is the action line, and it looks a bit like this. And his head is not a circle, but more of a flattened ellipse with round forms, and this is the basic shape, and his head is as big as his body. So just for reference, I'm gonna draw the same shape. So this is where his belly ends, and then you have his paws, and he has to walk. So we're first going to draw the basic shape of his feet, or even better, his body, because his body is a bit of a pear shape. First going to draw that, and always do that within the direction of your action line. He has a bit of a belly, a little bit of a baby fat. So this is his body. And then you can draw the basic shapes of his legs, and his right leg or left leg, when you look at the character, is out. Well, he has small legs and big feet, because the proportions of a baby are always a bit out of proportion. And this is an oval because you're looking at the bottom of his foot. And we're going to draw the other leg. It's a little bit bent like this. So this is just a basic shape, and when a character is walking, or if a person is walking, the arms are the other way around. So you won't draw the arm out right here, but this arm, his right or his left arm, is extended like this, and his back arm is behind it, so you see it behind his back. And I'm just drawing in the basic shapes of his hands, because these are circles as well. And now we can start out with the face, and maybe he is, looking a bit to the right. So we're first going to draw the guidelines. And always draw your guidelines within the shape of the head. The head is a round form. And where the guidelines meet each other, there is the nose. So you can draw in the nose, and the basic shape of his snout is more rectangular or more of a square. And this is a different shape as well. So the middle of this shape is not in the middle of his head, but is a little bit more to the right, because his snout is, and he's looking to the right, so this is a different shape altogether. And of course he has his lip, or he has a bit of a goatee, and the basic shape looks a bit like a flame. And of course he has very big ears, so we're going to draw them on top of his head, and inside is a half circle as well. He also has little cheeks, so you can draw them, they're like little circles. And we're going to draw it on the right as well. And here's the basic shape of his nose. Oh, forgot the inside of his right ear. The basic shape of his hair is something like this. And this is a good guideline so that you know where his hair will end, because he has a little bit of dreadlocks, and the dreadlocks you can draw very fast. I'll show you later. First we're going to place the eyes, and the eyes are a little bit higher. And if you have a cheek, that's always a good place on top of the cheek. You won't see that in the final rendering of the drawing, but it's a good indication of where the eyes will be. And he's looking at us, so the other eye is on top of this cheek, and his eyes are pretty far apart. And here you can, I'm now sketching in the details already. This is the eyebrow and his right eyebrow, and he also has some freckles, 3 freckles on his forehead. And now we can draw in his hairs, and you can do that very fast with just a circular motion, and just leave them because they're behind his ears. So it starts out here, but you won't see that because it's behind his ears. So just go, what I sometimes do is just not press my pencil, but just leave it on top of it, and then I'll start sketching it. And it's going to be a little bit bigger, I think. Here is another, a bit like springy dreadlocks, which is great for animation because you can, when he's walking around, also the dreadlocks are jumping around. So these are his hairs. Now we're going to finish the mouth, and he has his mouth a little bit open. He is smiling, so you have 2 cheek wrinkles on his mouth. He has 4 whiskers, so I'm going to draw 2 points here, and when you draw a whisker, just do it in one motion. Don't draw it too slow, because then your line will be a little bit jiggly. And now we're going to do the fingers, and he has it's a very round character, so these are his fingers, and he has a little bit of a fist, so you don't see the fingers extended. And these are his hands on the back, and you will see the palm of his hand. So, and you don't see the entire hand because it's behind his body. I forgot a big part of Cubby, and that is his tail. And when you draw a tail, you just have to do it very fast in a sweeping motion. And this tail is going to be a little bit up. So I'm starting out, it will start out around here. And then draw another line parallel to it. And at the base of the tail is wider, and it becomes narrower to the end. And then we draw a little bit, looks like a flame. So that's the basic shape. And then you can add some hairs to it. Not too many, because the character needs to be very simple. And now you can draw the nails on his foot. And this is actually a square shape. If you draw the guidelines, it looks a bit like this. So his nails will look like this. They're not round, and in that way you create a different shape, because everything is round, and it's always nice to break that rule with straight lines. This is the back or the bottom of his foot, and he has cushions on it. You can also see it here. So 1 cushion on his heel and 2 cushions in front, and they're not touching each other, so I'm just going to erase that. And he also has nails, but they're coming from here. And this is how you draw Cubby the Lion in 5 steps. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. In that way you won't miss a single video. I also designed this t-shirt, and it's available at Redbubble. I leave a link in the description box down below. Drawing is fun, and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles! And underneath this layer I had